Olim Kamalov is a painter, miniaturist, and honored artist of the Republic of Tajikistan. By learning the specifics of miniature painting and restoring copies of miniatures of medieval Persian Tajik artist Behzad, Kamalov works on the series of his own works of modern miniatures. He elaborated with his own technology of wood processing and paints miniatures on canvases, plates, and plane tables. The artist has created a chiseled wooden chess backgammon set in the national style. In 2009, Olim Kamalov, by the instrumentality of the Soros Foundation, found the Tajik School of Miniature Painting. How did your creative work start?
In 1979, I began to study the pictorial heritage of the great artist of the East Kalimidin Behzad, the miniature painting. It helped me to transform my own style that reflected my academic training, which had played an important role in my life. My creative method changed and became typical to artistic standards of miniature with its meticulous manner of painting. The art of miniature, which has traversed a long and difficult path in its development, holds a special place in the history of Tajik and world art. The origin of Central Asian miniature art was based on ancient tradition. Unfortunately, in Tajikistan, the thread which connects modern art with past history of miniature is lost now. For the last 100 years we joined to the tradition of Western art, and the miniature has lost its significance in the cultural life of our country. There is no school of miniature left now, as there is in Iran, India, and other countries. For about 30 years I studied Persian Tajik miniature only through illustrations and collected works of authors who paint miniature.
How do you choose themes for your works?
I like to imprint the spiritual experience of the past, inherited by Tajik people in religions, philosophy, and art. For me, nothing dies. Nothing disappears without leaving a trace in the past. I search for new forms that change old comprehensions of art. I believe that detailed compositions are better suited to explore traditional stories of Tajik poetry. That is why I prepared a cycle of Behzad's work for Nizami Ganjavi's poem Khamsa. Later, I combined the serene perfection of old miniature and the order of modern art with interest in contemporary plots, resulting in compositions in which figures and objects are dematerialized. I would like my miniatures to be an embodiment of national tradition and contemporary aesthetic ideals.
Do you only paint miniatures?
Sometimes I do oil paintings, such as landscapes and portraits. However, I like graphic miniature more because of the refined details, which cannot be rendered through oil painting. I do illustrations for the books of contemporary writers and poets.
Where else do you apply miniature painting?
During my career, I immersed myself to the production of different kinds of art: design of canvas and paper surface, wooden dishes, vases, chess, small figures, and others. In 2010, with the support of the Swiss Cooperation Office in Tajikistan, I was able to create the series of thematically different mini chess, where regional differences of Tajik people were depicted in the color, clothes, and forms of chess figures. The regions are Gisar, Khujan, Samarkand, Bukhara, Kuyab, and Pamir. A composition of each element was created in order to accommodate the needs of the specific form. The link between Oriental spiritual perspective, colors, and every wooden detail unified the Tajik national subject matter. During the exhibition of mini chess, we had a contest and public opinion poll in order to understand which region appeals to the public and on which direction the work should be done. I would like to continue working with painting miniature on mini chess and to teach my students this art.
Can you tell us more about your students?
I always wanted to share my acquired knowledge and skills to the younger generation. For several years I had private classes of art techniques for children. Since last year, with the support of the Open Society Institute, my wife, who is also an artist, and I founded the Art School of Miniature. We teach the basic elements of fine art, including drawing, miniature painting, computer graphics, and art history, to 14 to 16-year-olds living in an orphanage. This approach to education acknowledges children's capacities for creative self-expression and introduces them to the world of art and beauty. Not only do we teach them how to draw, but also to address the psychological aspect, help positively change the lives of those who have had difficulties in their studies, behavior, and physical development. Children will be able to discover their latent talents and fill a void in their lives with fine arts. This training is also related to other kinds of art, like literature, music, theater, graphic design, filmmaking, etc., that can help them professionally in the future. During their study, the children are surrounded by examples of art. I hope that some of them will become seriously interested in miniature painting and continue to work in this direction.
Thank you very much for the interview. Good luck in your work.
Thank you.